Naruto 645 viewer comments and 646 predictions. Okay, two quick things. I'm going to respond to Uchiha GXD at the very end of this video. He's asking me about Attack on Titan. And I'm going to give a really short, kind of shocking, kind of little mini review. I watched the first 9 episodes. And so I'll be, if you want to see that, stick to the end or skip there or whatever. And let's see. The next thing is the Infinite Tsukiyami and the, if we're going to get another arc. I think if this is what's going to happen, which is what it really looks like to me now, and I thought about it a little bit, is it's going to happen, and people are going to be tempted, okay, by staying in this fake world, okay, and some of them will succumb to it. It may be shocking. Maybe even like Sasuke may say, you know what, let me just stay here and not have to, in a nice little comfortable Uchiha little enclave, and not have to deal with the rest of the world, and just, and I'm Hokage and whatever, And it may be interesting. And of course Naruto, I think with everything that's happened, he'll of course want to break out. And it's kind of similar, right, to the last Naruto movie. Okay, not giving anything away. Also, when I talk on Titan at the very end of this, it's going to be spoiler free too, so don't worry. But so it's kind of similar. So that's what I think, and that, like I say, that's going to take. It's September, beginning of the year, supposed to be the last chapter. So yeah, that looks like it's going to be. Okay. Anyway, let's get started off. A few comments from Janisaur. Okay, and I don't know why some comments randomly are seen as spam. I don't know. Anyway, we start reading them off. I think it was a standard chapter, not great. I want to see Kakashi and I want to see Madara do something insane. The best part of this chapter was Sasuke feeling like fodder, LOL. Off topic, but what character would you be the most upset about dying? As far as the hero types, Kakashi. As far as villains, Orochimaru. Orochimaru's gotta admit, I want to see him possess Sasuke. I want to see this. I want to see his evil when he's got Uchiha powers. I got to see this. Okay, anyway, appreciate the question. I would really be upset if Kakashi or Shikamaru died. That's from Janisaur. You've got to love Kurama. I think his character development has been brilliant. I love his relationship with Naruto. Do as you're told or I will eat you. LOL. And another one from Janice. No, wait a minute. You're responding to someone else, I think. Okay, Michael Gethman. I love Kurama making fun of Naruto this chapter, and I love Naruto's new Sage Fox Jutsu. Turns out Sasuke is still jealous of Naruto. I can't wait to see how strong the Sage Beast Bomb will be. The last page looked as though Obito pulled the Jubi out of his body. I wonder how Obito is going to have control, even though the Jubi is on the outside now. You would think that Obito would be able to transform into the Jubi instead. I hope the Jubi eats Obito now that the Jubi is outside. And I don't think this is a response. This was just another one that's hit as spam. I don't know why randomly. Another Janisaur comment, which I appreciate. And I appreciate Michael Gethman's. Madara afraid that the Ten Tails isn't up to full power. Remember, it's only a small part of the Fox's chakra and of bees. So it's their tailed beast, that is. So it's pretty weak if he uses it, and it's not up to full power. Strong people with strong will could probably break free. I think that the Ten Tails needs more time to gather power, maybe change a few more times. Well, whatever it is, realizing Madara, well, depending on how you think, but anyway, this guy's like a pro, okay, as far as understanding how things work, in the Naruto universe. Madara is. So when he goes and he says, you're doing that already, that makes me think that it's wrong. So, yeah. I want to see some comments from G. Gorsey. And actually, your response to Janisaur's question is Kakashi be Sura, other Hokage, Orochimaru. Oh, where are they? Oh, I thought you were responding to his question. Oh, you're asking where they're at. We will see. We will see. But thanks for bringing them up. And, okay. Finally, this chapter was completely amazing. Seeing Sasuke getting jealous, here come the hatred. Yeah, I saw it. And that was clear that, yeah. Sasuke's basically doing shit and see that he's not he's not helpful at all. There's a lot of things. Sasuke's got multiple, like you say, jealousy, the competitiveness, and not being helpful, and and then being a Uchiha. The way evidently is that's what Toby Rama told me, but maybe I shouldn't be listening to him. So, so anyway, Toby Rama noted that Naruto could potentially become an even greater Hokage than his brother. Naruto is the second strongest human alive as of right now. We all know that Sasuke thing was out the Sakura thing, was out the window. I'm bringing that up. I mean, the whole I'm on Naruto's and Sasuke's level thing was bullshit from the start. LOL. Very true. Very true. Oh boy. Yeah, we did cover that though. That got covered pretty well. Orochimaru took over the White Zetsu Spore clone and acquired Hashirama Senju cells. So I think if Orochimaru took over Sasuke's body, he could easily get the Rinnegan, and that would be awesome. As I've said this so many times, I cannot wait. I can't wait for Orochimaru to take over Sasuke and start doing evil stuff. It's going to be so awesome. It's going to be. You got to have great evil villains to make awesome heroes. It's just, otherwise, what are you doing? Yeah. But anyway, appreciate your comments. Appreciate everyone's comments. And let's see. I don't know how to pronounce this. Not a first time. Fire LD5. That's what I'm going to call that. My opinion, I think will be another arc. That's what I was thinking, but now I'm thinking probably not, unfortunately. Well, it depends on how this goes. But anyhow, with Orochimaru plotting something against the Leaf, remember Kabuto is not dead. Orochimaru could probably find a way to get him out of Izanagi, since he probably already did. I have a feeling Kabuto's running around doing something. He's probably already reunited, or he's got. Yeah, I don't think that was. I don't know. Considering Orochimaru's just been watching this, I'm sure he knows how to. He goes in there. Look, just give in, dude. Kabuto, I just gave you the thing. Give in to it, and you get released. There you are. Okay. He does know a lot about the Sharingan. At least the arc can probably have a time skip. A time skip that. Excuse me here. A time skip would be interesting. There's a whole lot of things at the end. Let me finish your two comments here and then go on. You're really getting to an interesting area. But anyway, make sure I get this. Okay. A time skip. Naruto Jonin days. And finally Sasuke versus Naruto. Find also some pairings, probably since Kishi doesn't want to disappoint his fans. I'm sure the pairings will be answered also toward the end. And that's just my personal opinion. Kishi doesn't care about pairings. And let's see, your final sentence is, what do you think? I hope to hear from you back. Great reviews always. Keep it. I appreciate the positive feedback. At the end, is this going to, is it possible that Naruto could die? Save everyone and die, but the Naruto universe is reborn and carries on. Probably not. But it's kind of interesting. But what you're talking about is a time skip, and that's pretty exciting in itself, even if it's just the end for a few chapters, to maybe fill in a few blanks or something, and to show, maybe another, like I think you're saying, maybe another showdown later on. A lot of interesting possibilities. Like I said in the beginning of this video, it's looking less like another arc, but then again, we don't really know what does that mean. And Kishi has a habit, it seems like, of not getting things or having things stretch out or saying that things are taking longer. So does the beginning of this year, when he said that, what was it, last year or at the end of the year before, does that mean that it's the middle of next year now? How off is he going to be? I don't know. Anyway, it's we'll have to see. And let's see. Appreciate your comments. 2 more comments from G. Gorsey. Okay, it's hard to tell what Madara is doing. I mean, when Obito then undergoes his own tailed beast transformation, planning to continue the Eye of the Moon plan, shocking Madara, who is still battling Hashirama. And it is awesome that Madara and Hashirama still stand in the barrier like nothing happened. The only thing holding back Sasuke is his jealousy. If he lets go, he can be almost strong like Naruto, and Naruto will let go of all his hatred and jealousy when he trained with the Falls of Truth, so that's why he was strong. Okay, actually, I'll wait to the other comment. No, I'll go ahead and read it. Toby Rama still saying, watch Sasuke. If you do anything while I'm still alive, there won't be any Uchiha left. Toby Rama is... This is not good for Toby Rama haters. And there's good solid reasons to be a Toby Rama hater. There is. But the Uchiha part of this is just... Kishi, I think, maybe doesn't... you know what I mean? He kind of should be balancing things out a little more. Right? He's really gone... I mean, it's kind of almost default, Uchiha evil. It's kind of rough here. But anyway, do appreciate your comments, and yeah, I'll get to that later. Okay, Armin Gregorian. I think Kakashi might not see Minato. That would really be disappointing. Kakashi needs to come back in some heroic way. I think the entire parking of Kakashi in, Obito's little universe has saved Kakashi. I now see that this is because if Kakashi was here, he and Guy, they would try to do something and probably get killed. Okay, I think that's the whole purpose of it, is to park him over there and to save him. I think that's what's going to happen. I think also it'll be funny that the end of the world will come and Kakashi was, chilling in the Cubeverse. Appreciate your comments. The Thunder Powwow. Now the infant Tsukiyami is in action. Madara might stop derping around with the first and join forces. May not join forces, but he needs to do whatever the heck he was planning on doing. It's probably too late anyhow. I'm just confused how the Jubi came out. I mean, I thought if you're a Jinchuriki and you release your beast, you die as well. I don't understand that. There's a lot of people who have commented, like, how could you pull this out and what's... So I have no concept at all. So you're asking an outstandingly good question, and I have no idea what the answer is. And let's see. Appreciate the comment. By Keize. I think Sasuke will become Snake Sage. I think he needs more than Snake Sage. Although they did point out that Snake Sage was pretty freaking high. What was it, right? Comparable or the closest thing to the Sage of the Sixth Path or whatever. So I don't know, but he'll probably. There's a lot of routes he can go, and he's probably already got some stuff like it's been mentioned before that he hasn't shown. Unlike Naruto, it's like, everybody come over here and let me explain how everything is I can do. Sasuke, we all know, isn't like that. He's going to hold on to a whole lot of stuff and then reveal it. Okay, and Uchiha Obito. No time. He'll copy Flying Thunder God from Minato. Ooh, that would be crazy. Wait for an opportunity to seal me, which is Obito, with his Susanoo, and take the Ten Tails for himself. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty... Flying Thunder God with Sasuke. That'd be pretty freaking crazy. Appreciate your comments. Kyra Dickus. Fantastic chapter. First off, great review, man. Second, I really admire how Naruto is now showing off everything he has worked for. It slowly all started together because at first, Sage Mode and Wind Style, Rasengan weren't much because they were all he had as faults and weaknesses. Now over time, the weaknesses were exploited, fixed, and now he's combining all of those techniques effectively, and now it shows how much he's grown as a character. I mean, now he even has Sasuke in awe about his power. Absolutely. I appreciate your comments. And DT Ninja 831. Always appreciate your comments. I think in the next chapter or so we will see something epic. And the reason is because Kishimoto tends to end his volumes on a high note. I'm just going to throw this. Another reason I really appreciate your comments a lot, DT Ninja 831, is you know way more about anime than I do, so your insight is awesome. Okay, back. Every volume of Naruto has 10 chapters. Okay, and currently we are reading from volume 67. This week's chapter was 8 of 10 of this current book. So it means there are 2 more chapters, and if it's anything like the climax of the last volume, it looks to be exciting. FYI, the volume ended with Obito becoming the Juby's host. Just wanted to share. Always appreciate your insight. That's awesome. Now that's another thing for us all to consider. Is exactly what you said, and that he's going to want 10 chapters to finish out, and I'm assuming the series is he's going to want the volume to end like that too, or the series to end with the last volume too. That's something else to kind of look out for. Really do appreciate all of your insights. Okay, KX Mixer X, great review, my friend. I loved this chapter. I think the biggest aspect to take away from it is Kishi reminding everyone that after all is said and done, Naruto is still the absent-minded, naive young man that everyone knows and loves. I love seeing his battle strategies mature during the last few chapters, but I was afraid it was breaking his character a bit too much. Also, I'm really happy to see that the Infinite Tsukiyomi is finally starting. Better late than never, right? Absolutely. And you have one more comment. Apologies for not commenting on your videos in a while, but busy lately. Take care. Hey, participation. It's I always want more people participating, and but you can only do what you can do. No problems. No hard feelings. Always do appreciate your comments, just like here. Okay, and a couple more from DT Ninja 831. Now, do you guys think Obito is being too hasty to act here? Yes. I think this is where Madara will act. I don't know, this might be out there, but I think Madara is planning to use the Kyuubi and manipulate its chakra somehow. Not sure, but I feel that if anyone could do it, he could. Well, he's a freaking genius. The reason is because he has a history with Kuruma, which he does. Not only that, but his time restraints may have referred to Naruto reaching full power. Just a thought. So it was, I don't know. I like that you're putting another perspective on this. Anyways, nice review as always, and keep up the great work. And you have another comment. Naruto, this is another DT Ninja 831 comment. Naruto reaches a new level, both in stupidity and power. LOL. This was great chat. I don't really like a lot of the humor in Naruto, and I like that it's minimal, but that was pretty solid right there. Well, in a way, you've surpassed the other. That was pretty damn good, actually. This was a great chapter. Combining Sage Mode and the Kyuubi's chakra was just genius. We knew it was coming, but the dual foxes with Rasengans, that was pretty awesome. I feel that Sasuke's frustration stems from the fact that he now realizes that he is inferior to Naruto once again. Even if he were to fight him, it suggests that he might do something stupid again. But I think we all want to see that anticipated fight. Here's, look, the anger, the jealousies. Obito was like, Sasuke was a puppet for Obito, Toby, right? And he got to do pretty much whatever he wanted. I mean, utilizing that, it's a weakness, and all these things, they're internal weaknesses, okay? And what is all this power, right, to accomplish if at the end of the day other people simply manipulate you to do what they want? And that's Sasuke's really big, that's his problem. He's just a tool for other people to manipulate because of his weakness, and he doesn't seem to be be able to get over it. And several people have pointed out the whole thing with, of course, with Naruto being to get over that. So he may be an idiot, but he's not a useful idiot. if you understand the context of that. Okay, and a few comments from Lobby7. The second sees something very special in Naruto. To say he might make a better Hokage than the first. And it's almost like saying he knows Naruto will be Hokage one day. This may be off track, but is anyone noticing a connection between the second and the fourth? There was something about him calling uncle. I know that's not what you're referring to. And some people may even, the looks or this and that, think there is some kind of connection between the fourth and the second. And I just want to say I don't know. So anyway, they are quick to react, and the jutsu, the fourth and second, okay, their fighting styles are similar. Their hair too, the way they complement each other. I think there's some sort of unknown connection between the two of them, or maybe I'm just tripping. Probably not tripping. Could be though. Obito is rushing things. He's scared. Sasuke is pissed, knowing at this point in time Naruto is stronger than him. But I would like to see it clarified too. I would like the heritage of of Naruto's father would be kind of important, and if there is some kind of connection, so that would be pretty interesting. So let's see. Good points, actually, very good points. Trent Flaminga, there's a few comments here. I'm just going to read those. Sasuke is inferior at this point, but doesn't this remind you of Naruto Part 1 when Sasuke finally realized Naruto's potential was no longer dormant? Then eventually Sasuke seeks out Ocharu, feels nostalgic, right? LOL. Hence the constant reference. Told you Madara and Hashi would survive. Sasuke is to the point where now he is ready to rely on simply his Uchiha ability. Once more seeing how the plot is reversed, and Part 1 lays the events. Obito released the Jubi using Kamui. I think he could use Kamui. I don't know. Is that what he did? I don't know. I have no clue. But that's an interesting idea. But anyway, continue on. If what was said about the volume chapter count was true, Madara is going to intervene. Ocharu is planning the largest coup, but he needs Sasuke. I believe it too. I believe Ocharu, of course, will free Kabuto. He's probably already running around doing his work. Who will probably turn good around the battle Ocharu starts. I don't think Kabuto is going to go good. Takes Yamamoto's body after a well-planned but slightly failed attempt, stealing Sasuke's body once more. But I am sure he knew where Obito left his Sharingan collection. And Ocharu really revived some Uchiha. It's going down. Revived Uchiha, that's been a lot of good stuff that you're putting in here. We haven't seen the revived Uchiha in mass, okay, which would make things interesting, to say the least, okay. And that could definitely happen. I mean, Kabuto, Ocharu could do it. And what would they add to the whole thing? It would be really nice to see them, especially to bring back some of the ones that were, well, good. The good Uchiha to come back and really save the day. That would actually be pretty good, solid spin. That would be actually pretty nice. And there was a couple other things. Actually, quite a few. You had a pretty good idea here. Coup with him. Oh yeah, and Yamamoto, his body. That Kabuto saw that and said, "Whoa, bonus!" And he thought, I mean, he's important. Yamamoto is important. Like I say, not just for powering Zetsus. I think there's definitely more that's part of Ocharu's snake plan. All right, and I'm going to read your comment here at the end. And okay, we knock out some comments here and then get to the end. I'll talk a little bit about Attack on Titan. My shocking mini review, micro review, I guess you'd call it. Okay, NW Order for Life. These past few chapters have been great. Kishi is on fire, and I can't wait to see Naruto clash with Obito, head to head, as their full Jinchuriki power levels everything around them. A titanic battle of titans. As far as I can tell, Madara is shocked that Obito is using Infinite Tsukiyomi. Right. So Madara's trump card is obviously either not ready or not effective at this time. Could be. But anyway, moving on. Love seeing Sasuke get knocked down from his smug pedestal. You have a long way to go, kid. That's another angle of what you're saying about it. It may be that what he did just got rid of Madara's trump card. He not only didn't think that he would do it this early, which we've already talked about, but that the way he's doing this means that, well, he's not going to be able to use the trump card. But anyway, so, which would kind of suck. But I still want to know what it was. All right. Although it may be like a panel or two and say, well, I was going to do this, but I can't now. So anyway, appreciate your comments. Mr. Marcus. So many people counted Naruto out for years, actually since the show started. But this guy has come a long ways. I just wish Sasuke would have done the same. Hopefully in the near future we can see that change always a greater chapter and greater review. Steve. Appreciate it, Mr. Marcus. And let's see. G. Gorsey. The sage was able to employ his Chibaku, if I'm not saying that right, Tensei technique on a massive scale and use the chakra to create the moon and seal the body of the Ten Tails within it. A clear testament to his incredible power. Does that mean the Ten Tails' powers are here, but his body is in the moon? I have no idea, dude. I don't understand. And let's see. I just don't always have the answers, do I? And let's see. Panamantis. Awesome chapter. Great review, Steve. I'm still waiting. What happened to Captain Yamamoto? Echo and the woman with the cursed seal. Anko, I think is her name. But anyway, Anko, I think is her name. Okay, I don't know, but she's definitely part of. Like I said, Captain Yamamoto was definitely something that Kabuto wanted to see, and then, you know, he grabbed her. Is there something that she can actually do? So I don't know, but we're going to see, and I definitely think that we're going to see that fairly soon, since the series is ending. Okay, all right, and then I'm going to get to the last question, which is about Attack on Titan. I'll give you my micro review. I've seen the first 9 anime episodes. Okay, Uchiha GXD. Rampage, you should read Attack on Titan. But if you don't want to, it's your choice. The reason why I mentioned Attack on Titan, because they're making side mangas, I think, after the Naruto series ends, and they should make like mangas that focus on the Sage of the Sixth Path, his story, or the Uchiha's history, how their hatred grew over time towards the Senju. But of course, that'll be a lot of money, but there will be a lot of money that'll come in because of a big Naruto fan base. Well, I hope all those things happen. It would be interesting, definitely, to see the things that happened in the beginning. Or, you know, like I said, the idea that Naruto could die at the end of this, but the series could come back as something else, with a lot of these characters moving forward, would be pretty interesting. But that, I could pretty much tell you that isn't going to happen, but it'd be interesting. Anyway, Attack on Titan, my mini micro review. Okay, there was like 8 things. I really wrote out a deal. I saw 9 episodes. Okay, let's get to what I liked about it. I loved the 3D maneuver gear. This is non-spoiler, by the way. I'm not going to give anything away. So I really like the suits. I like the way that they worked. Like I said, I'm not going to get too detailed. The limitations that were on them and stuff. It made a lot of sense. It worked pretty well. The animation and everything was just, and I've heard, but it's awesome. It is awesome. It's really, really good, high quality. Really did enjoy it. Okay, now what didn't I like? Okay, there's really 3 main parts of this, and there's 2 parts that I don't like. Okay, number 1 is these are. I thought they're going to be just like giants and stuff, and they're zombie-ish. Okay, I'm not saying they're just zombies, but they're zombie-ish type creatures, and with sort of a gore horror element to this story. And I don't like zombies or zombie-ish. I don't like gore, and I don't like horror. I don't like that. I don't. And I can remember a kid reading some of the comics like this and that. I didn't like them then. I don't like them now. So it's not. It isn't that the series is bad. It isn't. It's just. It's like, you know. It just isn't that. It isn't for me. Okay. As you can already tell, I'm not gonna. I won't be covering it. And the real problem with the series, okay, is the characters. Okay, now let me do that in 3 parts. There's there's the characters that I don't like at all, and then there's characters that I simply can't connect to in any. I can't really connect to any of them on any way. And then the 3rd part is the whole male-female thing to me, and I don't want to get too into the woods or the grass or whatever, or the weeds, you know, into this thing. It's I like to see whether characters are male or female. I like to see them. I want to see their powers. I want to see their characters develop. I want to see these things. This is you can tell I'm being, you know, goofy guys and women that are too cool, okay, are two little aspects to this, and the whole overall, I don't get into it. I don't like it, really. You know, like I say, I'd have to sit here for 10 minutes and maybe that wouldn't really, and I'm not going to make a whole lot of sense. I don't like it. But to break it down with the characters, I simply don't care about any of these characters at all. There's not one of the. If you told me that every single main character in Titan just got killed, I don't give a damn. And that isn't a series that you can watch or relate to if you don't care about anybody. Naruto, from the beginning, I cared about this poor little guy, and there's a lot of characters in Naruto that I like. Now, does that mean that the characters in Attack on Titan, and I'm going to keep this short-ish, are bad or whatever? No, they're not for me. This is like a food that's flavored differently. It isn't that Attack on Titan is... I just want to finish it like this. It isn't that Attack on Titan is bad. It's obvious that it's very good, and a lot of people like it. But if you put ingredients into this thing that I do not like, or I'm neutral to it best, then why would I consume it? For me, there's things that I don't like, and there's things I don't care about, and it's just so. I'm not gonna cover the series. I basically don't like it, and I know that's shocking because I don't think I've heard anyone ever say they don't like Attack on Titan. I've seen 9 episodes, and I don't like it. So, there it is. Truth. I have to tell you the truth. I will only cover things I like. I wanted desperately, and I thought I would have bet money I would have liked it because I thought Attack on Titan is new, okay, and I'll watch this, and then, you know, we can start on. I can start on this, and we can all start on this while Naruto goes away, and it's just perfect. It's a great new popular thing, and then I go there, and I'm like, I don't like it, so. It sucked. It was horrible. I really wanted to like it. But that's just the way it is. And I wouldn't mind to find something else. And no, I'm not going to cover One Piece either. So, or Bleach. Bleach is Bleach is good, and then it's just there, and then it's good and it's there. So it's, for me, it's too hot. It's too warm and cold for me as a series. So I'm not going to cover that one either. But anyway, let's go ahead and, you know, actually we haven't run that long, but I'm going to go ahead and end this. So I hope that answers everyone's questions. I really do appreciate Uchiha GXD's question on this and your comments. Very good. But I wasn't going to comment on Attack on Titan. I saw the series, and I actually wrote down like 2 pages of stuff, and I thought, well, I'll just, you know, just let it go. But your question really kind of opened it up, and I said, well, I'll go ahead and answer that. So anyway, another week. I love this stuff. And talk about nostalgia. Like I say, this time, definitely this time next year, the way it's out, this will all be a memory. And I don't even know if this channel, to be honest, maybe I'm just covering Fairy Tail by then, and then most of you will be gone. Let's just admit this, okay? Naruto goes away this time next year. If I'm just covering Fairy Tail, I've got, what, 100 subscribers or something? So, you know, that's just kind of the way it is. But I won't, if I find something else I really like and that a lot of people also like on here, and even if I do, that doesn't mean everybody will stay. So, this is kind of the way it is. Believe me, I'll be happy if I get over 1,000 subscribers before the series ends, which I actually feel pretty good about. I'll be definitely pretty close. I'm like 960 now or something, whatever. But anyway, I appreciate everybody. It's a lot of fun. As an older person, I would just say to everyone, which I'm sure people my age or older would agree to, and younger people, please listen to, enjoy things while they're there. Life is not static. It keeps moving. Enjoy Naruto. Enjoy this because it's going to go away. As much as we're looking for the ending, when it's over, you're going to miss it. It's going to be Wednesday. It isn't going to be there. And the first time that happens, or maybe not the first week, but definitely a few weeks after, you're going to feel a little nostalgic, and you're going to be, man, just wish I had one more chapter. Enjoy it while it's here. Anybody can be an anime fan. You can always subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything you want to. Until next time, take care.